Waiter to Win comes out of a successful meeting at Turfentine yesterday, and hopefully the form continues with Darren Burrows on the line from the Cape. Good weather in Cape Town, I believe, Darren.
Lovely. Sunny skies, everything good for racing. The pen reading should be perfect, nice and firm. Starting in race one, I think the best bet on the card, Winter Cloud. Now, obviously, if the first time is on too good, she's had the experience and she was all at sea going through the 600 and she absolutely took off. Another three strides, she gets up into the places. So, with natural improvements expected, she is a full sister to Clouds Unfold, a grade one winning filly. So I definitely think she'll show the necessary improvement to win.
All right, if nothing else is happening in that race, we'll watch the market closely. It does indicate in the market number one, Winter Cloud, I believe opened 16 to 10 this morning at 10 o'clock, traded 8 to 10 and is the one to beat. There's our opener. We'll have a look at it now. Race one. That's our start of the day. Now we go over the 1600 meters. The number 2 King Regent is trading at 3 to 1 from the Glen Cotson stable. Is the current favourite, Grant van Niekerk, riding that. Seems to be a reasonable price, I thought, Darren.
Clyde, very, very impressive in both his starts. I know he didn't win by a long margin, but last time out, I mean, it was a 17-horse field and he must have been close to the back of the field. And he slowly worked into the race. A gap opened at around the 300, pulled out for a run, and accelerated past the field in style. I like the way he switched off early, suggesting the mile he's not going to over race. He's going to travel well, and he could be a really top horse. We don't know yet, but I believe he could be decent. So I'm having a small bet King Regent. There are dangers. There are some nice horses in this race. Kingdom of Heaven, very highly regarded. Scalini won well last time, but the form line hasn't quite worked out. So King Regent for me.
All right, so King Regent is your play, race number 2. It is the start of the bipot. If you guys like, you can bank a King Regent. Darren's quite confident about it. We'll have a look. As you can see, there's the next best bet on the card. King Regent, race 2. Place accumulator time, race number 3 on the card. I know Darren's worked out the place accumulator. First leg of this PA, I see seeking the one top of the boards. Darren, how many do you think we need here?
Clyde, Seeking the One's a really nice 3-year-old. You know, he's a half brother to Seeking the Stars, who is a 1400-meter specialist, and he won the Ready to Run Cup in good style. He's got a lot to do with 60.5 kilos, but he could well be up to it. While handicapped runner is Van Hunks. He has been costly to follow, but he has done well over the 1400. He'll be running on strongly. And then of the rest, Max the Otter's not out of it and running rifles.
Yeah, I see there'll be a couple that are obviously going for bigger races in the very near future. You can obviously listen to those interviews as well on our Track Talk for Racing.tv website. Place accumulator that Darren's worked out. Let's put that up, please, and have a look at it. There you go. And in the first leg, he's gone with 1, 4, and 6. And then the rest of the numbers follow suit with a couple of bankers to come later on. So does Justin Snaith hold the key? He's got Intimidator and Gimme Gorgeous with serious winning chances here. I know you give a big chance to Augusta Blue, Darren.
Yes, Clyde, just have a look at that last effort from Augusta Blue. It was his first run around the bend, and he didn't look like he was going to get close to the leaders because he was a long way back. He took time to unwind, and he absolutely flew. Now, he was a length and a quarter behind Intimidator, and he's 2.5 kilos better off. So I did give, I messaged Adam Marcus about him. He said he is looking for further, but he's doing really well, and hopefully he can run into the money. Intimidator still rates the horse to beat. The first runners at Golding was a good effort. I'm hoping that 3 and 7 are enough for the exotics.
Okay, perhaps they are. Let's put that pick six up then from Darren's side. Have a look at the first leg where it's just the two runners that we're hoping to depend or rely on in 3 and 7. And then no bankers rest of the day. From a pick six perspective, we want to play it as safe as possible and get a percentage of that. Race number 5 on the card. It's quite a competitive race, although Il de Mauricio does look the horse to beat, priced up 28-10 favourite, Darren. Perhaps the right one, but I guess you may need a few here.
Well, Clyde, I had a look at this filly's pedigree. Now, her dam line is very speedy. Her full sister, Leading Fast, I think Sean Terry trained her. She was an out and out sprinter, couldn't even get 1400 really. So I'm just concerned about the 1800. I know she improved over the mile and she did show pace and she got run out of it late. She is going to be my first choice, but I'm chosen to cover her in the exotics. I've added Fallow and Cora. She was only beaten a length by Elidor Mauricia last time out, and Alda de Meyer takes the ride. I've thrown in a 20-1 shot called Sunlit in Heaven. I just had a look at her best form lines, and it gives her a say. I'm hoping she gets into the race early. And then the Gavin van Sale runner with Keegan de Mello, Grandi Orechi, went way too fast up front last time out and found nothing in the closing stages.
Okay, so Brett Crawford, by the sounds of things, does have quite a strong hand in years. He also trains the 20-1 outsider that Darren has found here, Sunlit from Heaven. Let's take a look at race 5. It's a jackpot race. We've gone, as you can see, a number of horses. That's our jackpot perm on screen. You can take those numbers down. Don't forget to use your phone, scan that code, and get it on as conveniently as possible. Now we go over 2,000 metres, and Vaughan Marshall's got a strong candidate here in with Richard Ferree riding, number 10, Impetuous, priced up as the 13-10 favourite. 3, Donderstorm, second choice this morning at 10 o'clock at 33-10, and the 5, Quantifier, is trading at 4-1. Darren, summarise just how strong Impetuous here.
Clyde, I listened to Vaughan Marshall's on track talk, and he did say this horse is looking to be gelded because he's not quite putting in what he shows at home. So he is my first choice. I've chosen to include a horse like Quantifier. Now, if you look at his form, he ran 5 lengths off Cosmic Event. He had Impetuous 2 lengths ahead of him, and he's 2.5 kilos better off at the weights. So there shouldn't be much separating numbers 5 and 10, and then throw in a horse like Dorna Storm into your play as well.
All right, well, don't forget it's a 9-race program, so it's another opportunity to get a jackpot on here, which we can show you right now. You can have a look at that as we go on to race number 6 on the card here at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth. You can work that out from what we fancy. We are taking exactas here, and we're going with numbers 3, 5, and 10. We're on to race number 7 now, and Grant van Niekerk takes a ride for informed stable. Greg Enion's got Love is a Rose here. Darren, I did see earlier on, I mean, you fancy this Love is a Rose quite a lot today.
Correct, Clyde. I do like her a lot. Reason why, last time out, I thought it was a two-horse race, but I was in favor of Gold Poker Game that day. I thought Love is a Rose won a really good race. She stayed on very strongly, and I think that 2,000 meters isn't out of her reach. In this type of company, stable, in form, I think she'll take a lot of beating. The obvious danger is Silver Lynx. Now, she's got an out and out stamina pedigree, and I think she may even be looking for further in time to come. She'll rate the biggest danger with a handy galloping weight.
Okay, but Love is a Rose. There's 33-10. Well, there was 33-10 an offer. Not sure what price it is right now as you watch this at race time, race number 7 on the card, which runs at around 4:05. Let's go into what we like here. As you'll see, Darren, Love is a Rose. He's been using this in most of the play. 8th race on the card over the 1200. Pierre Stradham gets the ride on Captain Bombshell for Peter Muscat. Will be striker riders for the first time. Does seem to be quite an impressive sort. Won well last time. Darren will tell you more about him. He's priced up at 22 to 10 favourite. But obviously, Darren, as you'll tell everybody, he was penalised for that. And the question is he good enough to carry that sort of weight?
Yes, Clyde, this was placed in a grade 1 as a 2-year-old. He did show ability early, and he is coming on the right way. He only won his maiden 3 runs back, then wasn't disgraced in a feature, and last time out in a 93 handicap, his rating did drop from 100 to a 95. He won a good race. Now his rating's back to 100. So he's got 60.5 to shoulder. He will be my narrow first choice. I've got respect for Beerenberg. He's got 2 lengths to find on Captain Bombshell and better off at the weights. The Adam Marcus runner, Dance Variety, very good last run with the blinkers and tongue tie. He was taking off late. He will strip a fitter horse. And of the rest, a horse like Trance Act that also ran behind Captain Bombshell and is better off at the weights.
All right, well, let's put our bets together as to what we intend on doing here. Race number 8. This is the plan. We'll take a trifecta with those numbers that are on the screen. And so the 9th and final, it's an open race. They bet 9 to 2 the field here, Darren. So this is where we need your help.
Clyde, starting with my first choice is Double Dream. Now, this filly, last time out, she was drawn 13 out of 13. She dropped in towards the tail of the field. And I promise you, in the straight, she quickened up and just about hit the lead at the 200, like she was going to go on and win by 3. And then she just found nothing the final 100. So, from a decent draw, I'm hoping that they give her a patient ride because she obviously has a short burst of speed and you don't want to hit the front too soon. So, if she's given the perfect ride, she could get it right. Dangers, Veronique, always right there. Any unstable in form, seeking peace. Rafif's Choice won a really good maiden beating Sharapova. There are others to include as well.
All right, well, let's see what they do with this horse Double Dream that you've identified with a short burst. Let's see what happens in the race. It's the last one today, and it's a quartet opportunity with those numbers on screen. Play well, everybody.